どうもゆきべビです。今回もね、キングダムズオブアマラーやっていくんだけど、そろそろメインクエストやった方がいいよね。ついサブクエストにね、浮気しちゃうからね。まあそんな感じでね、一緒に行こうぜ。
チャンネル登録よろしくね。
よっしゃ、今日こそメインストーリー進めるぜ。
You are my contact. I should have known. Punctuality is not one of your people's strengths, and you have so few.
ディスられちゃった。俺は時間厳守だぜ。
You may recall our mutual friend, Formerus Hughes, the gnome who brought you back to life. I suspect you would, but I gather you've been quite busy. Well, Scholar Hughes has been missing since the attack on his tower. As his patron, I am quite concerned. I want you to find him. You are, how shall I say, uniquely suited to the task.
で、俺がなんで手を貸す必要があるの？
Simple. Scholar Hughes is responsible for the most valuable invention in recorded history. He must be protected. I am his patron. Not only am I responsible for his work, but also for his well-being.
まあでもヒューズは生きてるよね。だって最初のボス、運命のなんちゃら、ディスティニーアタックで殺してるから、あれで運命変わってんだよね。ヒューズを探そう。
Scholar Hughes is quite fortunate to have friends like us. Hughes has an old laboratory in the cavern of Saltwell Mines. I believe he's been conducting research there since the destruction of Alistar Tower. Find him, and you will be rewarded for your contribution to science. I will await your success in the Librarium in Edessa.
じゃあ行ってくるぜ。ノームの死体。見る限りこのノームはしばらく前に、それもかなり暴力的な形で死亡したようだ。両手には鍵と古い羊皮紙のかけらを握りしめていた。お、生きてたんだ、ヒューズ。やっぱり。
Or is it really you? It is! By the tomb! Come closer. Let me look at you. It has been an eternity since I've seen a trusted face.
助けに来たぜ。
In many ways, your awakening has brought me nothing but misery. But that is not your fault. I am to blame for all of it. Wait. Do you hear that sound? It could be the Sons of Laz, but it could be someone else.
悪いやつだった。
The last we spoke, it was the Tuatha that reduced my lab to cinders. Now it's assassins. Everywhere I go, destruction follows. I have grown so weary of it, my friend. All I ever wanted was to unlock death's secrets, to shed light on the shadows.
思ってたんと違うってやつだね。
Thank you. For more than just your protection, for being the one good thing to come of this disaster. I have few friends, but I gladly count you among them.
ジエンヌが探してる。
You must be mistaken. I've tried to contact him ever since I fled Alistar, but he never replied. Until now. Octien. Of course. When all the facts are considered, the truth will emerge. Ah, I am a fool. Octien has sent you to search for me. To have us killed together. Those assassins are proof of this. Well of Souls is his project. Once it was functioning, he no longer needed me. Not if he could salvage the well in Alistar with Ventrinio's help.
そのベントリニーオって誰？
Ventrinio de Cellini. We used to work together in this lab on projects sponsored by Templar Octien. But when we were tasked with creating the well, Ventrinio sought to use any means at our disposal, regardless of the implications or consequences. Eventually, he was taken away, and I was sent to work at Alistar. But it seems he continued his work here, long enough to create those monsters.
アラバストラに連れてって。
No, not me. But Ventrinio's old notes suggest that he may know a way into Alabastra. I wonder, perhaps, is it possible that you have met Ventrinio already? That would explain it. You were attuned to his well, but raised from mine. Unfortunately, the only way to find Ventrinio is to go through Templar Octien, which will not be easy now that we know of his treachery.
じゃあ力ずくでいくか。
Octien is a powerful sorcerer with tremendous influence. If you attacked him outright, you would lose all credibility. We must play his game. The only one capable of dealing with Octien in Edessa will be another Templar. Luckily, we have one. Her name is Templar Joriel, and she is reputed
女の
for
子に会え
wisdom
て
and
たんだ
strength
ね。
of character. She and Octien rarely see eye to eye on matters of policy.
ジョリエルはどう手を貸してくれるのかな。
Joriel can make Octien answer for his crimes, and we will gain access to his information. That includes the location of Ventrinio's lab. If you wish to uncover the mystery of your deaths, then you will need Ventrinio. He is the key to Alabastra. Find Templar Joriel in Odessa. We don't have much evidence, but I have a feeling she will help us.
根拠ねえのかよ。じゃあ行くか。お、こんなところに集落がある。ホワイトストーン。ちょっとアイテム整理したいところだね。よっしゃ、アイテム整理も終わったから、ここは寄り道しないでメインストーリー行こう。アデッサだって。アデッサ到着。なんかすごい綺麗だね、入り口がすでに。なんかどうなってるか楽しみだぜ。おー、なんかちゃんとした街って感じだね。いいね。もっと全体的に見渡せるような図が欲しいけどね、これ。止まれ。いきなり止まれって言われたけど。
I welcome you to Odessa, but before you enter, I must catalog your visit. Please answer the questions as truthfully as possible. It's imperative that our tallies be accurate. Now, what brings you to Odessa?
観光だけど、個人的な用事できた。
Yes, well, at least you look more put together than some of the people that came here before you. Poor sods.
どういうこと
With any luck, your errands go without incident. Now, where have you come to Odessa from?
何のために
They
こんな
all
質
sought
問
the newly arrived in the city. We want to ensure that everyone is placed where they properly belong.
アリスターだ。聞かないんだろ
You mean you've come from Fomerus Hugh's laboratory? Yes, I see it now. They were wrong about your nose, but you match the description of the one I was to look out for. We can dispense with the remainder of my questions. You are free to enter Odessa. You will be lodged in the Sandstone Villa temporarily.
う。家をくれるありがた
This
い。
is rare, newcomer. Very rare. If I can speak frankly,
うん、まあね
this。is the blessing you take.
初めて来た街でいきなり家くれるって最高だよね。
Squalid lodgings of the Hospitalis quarters. But Sandstone Villa is reserved for, well, it is not my place to speak of it. This key will provide you with access to the villa. You would do well to be very aware of your surroundings, stranger. Now, good day.
いいなぁ。俺も初めて行った土地でいきなり家くれるとか言ってね。そんなキャンペーンにぶち当たってみてえもんだぜ。これが我が家？最高だね。いや、家って感じじゃねえんだけど。いろんな人がいるんだけど、執事とかそういう系の人たちなのこれ。最高だね。
Farewell, master.
これが俺の家ってなんかテンション上がるじゃん。警備員かなんかがなのか？
Oh, you're the one that's come from Alistar. I've waited more than a while for you to show up. I'm Bruton, the Canis Bruton of the Praetorians. I've been stationed here for your protection.
守る？何から？
I won't lie to you, Longlegs. You being housed here is because someone wants to keep an eye on you. I don't even know who it is.
貼られてんのか
I'll
俺
tell。you one thing. A gnome who keeps secrets in this city isn't up to anything good. Better to track them down before you or anyone else gets hurt. Luckily, looks like I'm not the only one that noticed your arrival. Got some letters here from the other concerned parties. Could be some leads.
分かった。手紙をくれ。
Hey, and here they are. Talking with any of their authors should get you in the right direction. I won't lie to you. I'm sticking my neck out here helping you the way I have. But I won't stand to let any one gnome ruin the greater good of my people. Need anything else, talk to Milo. He's been stationed as your retainer while you stay in the villa.
手紙が3つ、こっちを優先したくなっちゃった。結局寄り道タイムだね。
Are you? You have come. The new guest of Sandstone Villa. Thank the gods you've arrived. I'm Cordan Passant, a scrivener of the Domus. And I have need of your help to solve a rather delicate situation.
依頼なの？なぜ助けが必要なん
I
だ
was asked to write a letter of contingency. Should things for the Alpha turn dire, it would establish a known peace between Edessa and the Tuatha armies. It was never meant to be sent, only prepared, but was accidentally taken by the courier. It must be recovered.
とりあえず正体はどうやって知っ
I
た？
was the one that processed the paperwork which established your placement in Sandstone Villa. I know who put you there, and that's why I left that letter.
まあやるしかないみたいだね。
You need to find the courier.
和平条約なんだからいいと思うんだけどね。
Well, she said she was making her way to Rathir, but she might have stopped in the travelers' camp in Apotir. Sun Camp is the name, I believe.
じゃあ行ってくるか。見つけたぜ。
Well,
女の子か。
I seem to have attracted a guest. What can I help you with?
手紙返してくんねえかな。
Oh, that would be the squeaky little gnome from Edessa. Smelled like vellum and book paste, as I recall. I was hired to take the note from him. Sure as rain. A gnomish scholar named Arancourt hired me to take it and throw it in the quarry. That's where you can find that letter if you're looking. And I can even give you Arancourt's orders as proof. If you pay the right price.
まあとりあえず払おう。
Very well. A quick bit of coin for Parwin and an insidious bit of gnomish political backstabbing for you. A good trade.
よっしゃ、いい買い物したぜ。次はこっちね。よし、終了。じゃあ帰ろう。
You found the letter. But why would Scholar Erencourt want it to be sent and lost? She commissioned the letter in the first place.
このタイミングで病院にかかってしまいましたって言われてもね。
But there is a higher plan at work. Please, stranger, find Erencourt and learn what
アイラン
is
コートを見
happening.
つけ出して何が起きているか調べなきゃいけないのね。どいつ、
She could
どこ
be
にいんの
found
そ
in
いつ
the
は。
Isles, probably in the Basilica Nostra. She needs to be confronted with the information we found regarding the letter.
OK。
Fair enough.
じゃあ行ってくるか。おし、見つけた。
You... I have heard that someone was helping my subordinate, Corden. It seems he has lost a very, very important letter. While I applaud your diligence in tracking this to me, I'm sad to say that Corden's error is grievous. He will be punished for losing the letter.
なぜ手紙を書か
That
せ
is a
た？
half-truth. I requested the letter of Corden, true, but it was not my idea. That came from a higher source. The Templars have reached a tentative quorum regarding our stance in the war, but a cautious few requested I draft this letter. A Templar must be obeyed. But what can be done when they give conflicting orders? So I had the letter written, and Corden lost it.
コーダンを罠にかけたの。
Damn it all. I knew that Dirty Traveler was not capable of performing even the simplest of tasks. I will not allow you the privilege of extorting me. I will resign my position and name Corden as my replacement. We shall see how he fares. I would be very careful if I were you. You are known to the Templars, and it was never their intention to treat you lightly.
あ、そうなの？なんか一応丸く収まったな。今回は流血沙汰にはならなかったね。よし、到着。
You won't believe this. I've been presented with the opportunity to join the Basilica Nostra. It must have been from your help. I never thought in my wildest years. I only hope to correct a mistake. It will take time to be approved, but here is your reward with my thanks.
で、助けてくれんだろ？
Of course, of course. I'm indebted to you. This is the least I could do. The order to set you in Sandstone Villa came from Templar Joriel.
おら、ジョリエルってこれからオードしてる女の子だね。
She's in the forum. If you wish to converse with her, you should go quickly. No one knows how long a Templar might remain in one place.
OK。思ってたのと違うジョリエル。
What do you want? I am not in the habit of making conversation with strangers, especially one of your stature. Please be quick.
監視されている。
The
なぜ？
Praetorians have a saying: an army is but a single being, and every soldier is a weapon it wields. If every common soldier is a weapon, what of you? Certainly a rare commodity in these contested times, if not a kingmaker. Your presence here is too tempting for some of my colleagues, so I observe you to observe them.
なる
This
ほ
is
ど
the
ね
game。we Templars must play.
俺は釣り餌ってことか。誰が話しんでる？
Simple enough question. The answer is unfortunately complicated. I speak with the authority of a Templar. It is enough to make my suspicions law, if need be. So I must remain silent, if I wish to learn what I need.
なるほどね。なんか手伝えることは？
No. To speak frankly, I had intended this observation to be conducted with your awareness. You were never meant to know that someone was watching you. It could make my quarry suspicious. It is a frustrating turn of events. But how did you come here? Who exposed this to you in the first place?
仲間の一人だ、マヌケ。ブルテンだ。
Bruton? I never had anyone stationed near you named Bruton. Oh, by Athene. You mean the bodyguard? I assume you had hired him.
どういうことだろう？
Outmaneuvered. You must find Bruton. Whoever hired him will not wish well for you and I.
だろうね。帝道騎士オクティエンヌは犯罪者だ。
I see. Think very, very carefully about what you are saying. Octien is a Templar. He is in a position of the highest authority. And who, may I ask, are you? For you to accuse Octien without having a direct confession is not only meaningless, but contrary to all our procedures.
だが彼は陰謀に加担している。
Even if this were true, or even already suspected, it would have to be corroborated by Octien himself. That requires a
ってことは
confession.
もう、
As he
直
has
々に
not
手を
yet
下さなきゃいけないってこと
presented
か。
charges himself, I must assume that no such confession exists. Now, I have done all I can for you. Please, trouble me no further with this matter, especially with such insufficient evidence.
まあいいや、じゃあ本題に戻ろうか。本題は本来こっちなんだけどね。ブルテンを止めなければならない。
I gave you Sandstone Villa, hoping to use it to uncover the Templars who have been plotting to exploit you for war. But in doing so, my quarry uses their agent Bruton to trace me through you. They'll have both of our heads if we don't stop them.
オッケー。で、オクティエンヌを止めるよ、俺
We've
は。
already discussed this. Nothing short of a confession would convict him. As such, Templar Octien will remain undisturbed in the Livrarium.
じゃあ、ここはもう、とりあえずいいのかな？ブルテンと対決しよう。それ以外に今やることもねえしな。
Hello. I'm here to send regrets
Hello?
on behalf of Templar Joriel. While she wishes to extend you aid, she's stymied by protocol. What she gave you was an official response. I'm here to give you another response. A personal one.
あなたは誰？
I am a political aide for Templar Joriel. I operate in a number of capacities for the Templars' official and unofficial business.
で、何を言ってんの？
My superior has suspected for some time the crimes that you've levied against Templar Octien. But like you, she is frustrated by his status. Allow me to be direct. If you can make Templar Octien publicly acknowledge his crimes, then Templar Joriel will reward you. She will be
おー、なるほ
your
ど。
patron of sorts.
パトロンになるってことか。何をすればいい？
You wish to bring the Templar to justice, yes? Then you must get him to publicly acknowledge his crimes in some form. As my superior no doubt told you, the Templar may be found in the Livrarium. I suggest you go there.
オッケー。でもその前に俺、ブルブルと対決しなきゃいけねえんだ。ブルブルどこにいんのかな？まだ家にいんだ。のんきなもんだぜ。主が戻ってくるぞと。お、ブルブル発見。
Well, I've learned enough about your doings to know when I've been found out. Took you long enough. When I was told I'd be targeting a man who came back from the dead, I thought I heard wrong. But then I learned about the Well of Souls. As soon as Joriel's out of the way, my employers will make the well theirs, and all of the power that comes with it.
そうは思わねえな。
Well, diplomacy has failed. Guess me and the boys get to play our trade a little early. I'll only rough you up a little bit. My employer wants you plenty alive for the vivisection. Yeah, good hand.
かかってこいや。っていうかなんで自分ち血で汚さなきゃいけねえんだよ。誰が想像するのこれ。よっしゃ、片付いた。またジョリエルのとこ戻んなきゃいけないのか。到着。
You again. What is it you require of me? Do get to the point.
え？ジョリエルと話すになってんだけどね。おっと、先進まねえぞこれ。マジか。先進まねえんだけど、しょうがねえから、これやるしかないね。こいつか、オクティエンヌ。
you're alive. What an unexpected and quite unfortunate turn of events.
企みは失敗だな。
Did it? Here you stand, suspecting me of a great many crimes, yet unable to lift a finger. Tell me, who has the power?
ベントニーオに合わせろ。
Or what? You'll slaughter me in a murderous rage? Typical. Your kind is as predictable as it
いや
is.
別にそのつもりは今んとこなかったけどね。
Afraid you'll find me quite hard to kill. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same for you. Attack me in this city, and I won't just have you clapped in irons. No, I'll hand you over to the scholars in the Basilica for research.
お前が手強い相手だと
A long career supporting vivification research has left me with certain advantages. You could say I'm more resilient than most of your enemies.
じゃ結構苦しみながら死ぬんだね、最終的にこの人は。まあ全て考慮済みということが。
I'll admit I did not see Ewan Hughes allying to blackmail me. His conscience was always his biggest liability. Ventrinio will take over research on the will. He has no such weaknesses. Perhaps I'll even give him your corpse to examine. After all, you met your first death as his assistant. It would be a reunion.
そうなんだ。どうやって死んだか知ってるか
Of course. And it's such a pity you'll never find out.
教えてくんないんだ。おっと、いきなり戦闘始まった。あの野郎、どけどけ。逃がすか、ボケヒ。よっしゃ、今チャンス。
What a dare.
おらーおらーこんなのぶち込んでやった。
Well, if setting fire to the livrarium and hiring assassins is not an admission of guilt on Octien's part, I certainly don't know what is. It is clear that we Templars must make him assume responsibility for his actions, overt as well as hidden. Even though you went against my explicit instruction, you were effective. You have my respect.
つまりオクティーヌは終わったってことだな。
Should he survive the wounds earned in battle, I should think so. To that effect, I have ordered a moratorium on all of his current studies and projects. All, perhaps, save this mysterious Well of Souls. That one will take some deliberation, considering its various ethical and societal ramifications. Regardless, Gnome Society is in your debt, and we always pay what is owed.
だったらベントリニーを見つけるのを手伝ってくんねえかな。
One name I never expected to be brought into this business. It seems he has escaped the gallows yet again. I believe your friend Scholar Hughes may be able to help. While you were here, my people found him salvaging the tomes Octien attempted to burn. Now, you must excuse me. A Templar has fallen from power, and Edessa's political buzzards are circling.
Salutations.
You again. What is it you require of me? Do get to the point.
これから何が
You can leave me to deal with Octien. I believe Fomorus Hughes is on his way here, with information more pertinent to you.
もう来てるけどね。
It was my mistake to assume that Octien would go quietly, or that he would leave evidence behind. Such a waste. Some of those books he burned were centuries old, but luckily for us, I was able to salvage some from the flames.
めぼしいものあったのか
Oh, a great many prizes. Treatises on the nature of death, tables upon tables of autopsy analyses, but only one item of true value. Octien's diary. Based off of what I've read in these pages, Ventrinio has been working on an island off of Cluricon.
犯罪記録日記に書いてんのかあいつ。一体何を待っている
I'm afraid the dark wood of Cluricon still hides our Tuatha enemies. But this young lady, Aileen Shear, says she has a solution for that. When you reach Ventrinio, beware. He is certainly a genius, but complicated. He may try killing you the second time for good measure. His mind may be dangerous, but it holds the secret to entering Alabastra, and you must find it.
まあ頼りにしといてくれや。
I will. In fact, I believe I'll be staying in Edessa to offer what support I can. With Octian out of the way, the people will be needing a new Templar after all.
新たなツイスト・オブ・フェイトが付与されました。今度は報告できるかな。あ、報告できるようになってる。
Killing Bruton should send a message to his masters to stop their plans. I heard what he said about my death. It seems I am indebted. With any luck, the serpent will not bite without its fangs. Our business can be concluded.
これから何か?
You have proven capable beyond measure. As a reward, I give you the deed to Sandstone Villa. It is now yours, complete.
今までじゃ借りていた的な感じだったの?
Improvements to it at the Grand Bursars. Now there is much I must attend to. I am off.
改築してくれるんだ。完璧に俺のものになったな。まあ一言言えるとしたら、家がでかすぎて移動がめんどくせえ。とりあえず一回ここで止めておくか。工程はいいよな。ということで、今回の動画はここまで。やっとなんか我が家を手に入れたって感じだよね。あとね、何がいいってね、邪魔なアイテムを全部預けられるっていうね。そこ最高。そんな感じでね、チャンネル登録&高評価&コメントよろしく。んじゃなー。